For me, it's always been an image. I know some people think in words first. I've always been a very visual person, so it's always a picture first or a moment first. When you're constructing a narrative for the film, this moment becomes kind of the hook, and everything goes off from it, and everything goes to this moment. Directing an animated feature film is like directing a 90-minute effects movie. Everything is still the same. We have to come up with the script, come up with the story, come up with the characters, come up with all the development, but the difference is execution. Because we don't get coverage, we actually have to build every single frame from the very beginning. It's a little bit of a backwards process. I personally am a storyboard artist, so a lot of it is started at a visual level. In Kung Fu Panda, in the very beginning, trying to come up with what the movie was about, it started off with a picture. It was just an image of a female looking right at camera as the last moment Po saw his mom. On a typical day in my office, if I have a chance to, 50% of the time I'm trying to do my own storyboards. It's just how I communicate. Animation is so labor intensive. Storyboarding has to be where you experiment and make your mistakes. That process of putting your best work up, redo a sequence 20, 30, 40 times, I find that exhilarating because then each time you don't have this sort of pressure of perfection. It is a very quick, immediate way to communicate what the movie is about and trying to do with a camera and composition, acting, everything to a bunch of other people. And then I'll go and look at other artists' work. I'll look at what they're boarding, make notes on what they're doing. And then once that happens, the artist will go away and they'll probably thumbnail out a real rough version of the sequence and they'll present it as a pitch.
So this guy looks up, he's like, "Hey, Lee's back!" This little panda busts out of the basket. "He's back!" They all look and say, "Lee's back! Hey everybody, come on! We're coming! We're coming! Oh!"
So we had started with that sort of rough storyboard pass, which may have little sketch indications of what the set may be, but you won't have exactly what the camera can do until you're physically in the set and go, oh, that room is half the size it needs to be, or that cliff comes in and clips us so we can't actually shoot there, and all that has to be figured out in layout, and there we'll plot out exactly where the camera is going to be. So one of the great things about animation is that we can literally have an entire set and control every aspect of that set. It has to all be built. In this virtual set, Hamilton can go through and put the camera wherever it needs to be. We always have to first think of what are we trying to achieve with the shot, and then the camera will naturally go there. Generally, I don't like to do things with the camera that seem like you can't do it in real life, unless you're purposely trying to make a point. Because ideally, the camera should be invisible. In order to get that sort of creative vibe going, I try not to think about work. Oh, this is the part where I died. I have to zone out and let my brain empty out, and I'll do something like play games, I'll read crazy books. Every art director had this book on their desk, just the thing to have. And everybody was making these Kowloon type designs in their movies because Time and Tide and many Hong Kong action movies would have action scenes in places like this. And if you have something like this and you've looked through it and you absorb the images and you internalize it, when you're coming up with a story, it just creates the pictures in your mind for you because you already have it in the bank of your brain. I've always drawn at home, and this is where I let myself sort of do exactly what my mind would do if I didn't have anyone telling me what to do. And usually it just goes to these weird action adventure stories where there's a whole lot of fight scenes and violence and stuff like that. Mainly because that's what I personally like to watch. This is all stuff that, unlike probably anyone in this entire business, goes against what the business is like. I'm never going to pitch this. I'm literally never going to show it to any studio and say, will you buy this? Because it has to be kept pure. This is my research and development. This is where I try something completely new, where I'm completely able to fail and no one can say anything because this is where I try things out. I think it's very important not to get creatively inbred. It's very easy to surround yourself with just animation people and animation influences, and then you end up with a product that feels like an animation movie. But really, I think creativity is a byproduct of not trying so hard. Because if you allow your brain to wander, it can hook into certain frequencies and broadcasts you may not actually be able to hitch onto otherwise.